What's going on, YouTube? Today I felt like doing a mock draft for you guys. Kind of go through my process of why I make the picks I made. This is just a random league. I'm not sure if I'll be getting the fifth pick. That is what it's looking like right now. Fifth pick's kind of a tricky one because you kind of get out of that tier of guys that are for sure locks, and then it's kind of that range of tier 2 guys. Like Derrick Henry, Kelsey's 6, Adams 7. Personally, I think that Henry is. I don't think he's worth taking. As you can see, his points are much lower than Kelsey and Adams. Well, I guess most running backs are lower than wide receivers and tight ends other than like McCaffrey and Cook. But I think that this might even be pushing it a little. I mean, I guess 1,537 yards isn't. It's a lot, but for Henry, it's not really that much. I don't know. I just think the league is moving more and more in that versatile back type of way. Guys like McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara. I think that Henry, although he's the best bell cow back, and he'll definitely have the most rushing attempts by far, I don't know. The last 2 years, he's never gone. I think he might have gone number 9 or number 10 in one of my leagues last year, but I don't know. I'd probably even take like a guy like Aaron Jones or Eckler over Derrick Henry just because of how widespread their skill set is. And sometimes Derrick Henry, he usually seems to turn it up towards the end of the season, but sometimes in the first few months, defenses will have his number and he'll have like 60 or 50 yards and one touchdown or no touchdowns, which that's not a guy that you want in your top 10. That's why. Oh, I've got the first pick. I just realized. So this should be interesting. I'll hopefully try to do another one of these with a later pick, maybe something like 6 through 8 too. But yeah, I actually have never gotten the first pick of any of my drafts in the last like 4 or 5 years. So everything has changed since the last time I got the first pick. I kind of want to take...
Welcome to the best day of the year. Draft day.
Yeah, obviously, like 90% of people would take McCaffrey. I kind of want to take Cook just because I know he also has an injury concern, but I don't know. McCaffrey, just players coming 1 year off their injury are tough to pick. And then also Alvin Kamara, he looks good too. Some people are worrying about their offense without Drew Brees and just their team in general declining. It's tough. I think I'm going to go with McCaffrey, though. I think that McCaffrey, if he doesn't get hurt, he'll do what he always does. And hopefully with Sam Darnold there, their offense gets a little better. So the hardest part for me about having the first pick as somebody that hasn't had it in a while is going to be like my round 2 and round 3 and the early round picks where usually I think the last 2 years I've had either 9th. I've been in 12-man leagues, so I've had I don't think I've ever been. I think the last time I was higher picked than 9 was 3 years ago, and I don't even remember that much. Wow, this guy took Derrick Henry number 2. That I would not personally do. I strongly disagree with that pick. I'm liking these guys for not picking Saquon Barkley. Nothing against Saquon. I just think he's too much of an injury concern to pick super high up. I think Zeke also, hopefully these guys don't pick Zeke early, or else, in my opinion, if you take Zeke top 10, you are an idiot. Nothing against Zeke. These guys aren't taking Zeke, so they're probably pretty decent at fantasy. There's no way people think Nick Chubb and Aaron Jones are gonna get less points the whole year than Zeke. There's just no way. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, I was used to getting the 10th and then the 14th pick in a 12-man draft, or then the 8th and the 12th, and then I would try to get a guy like I think the last 2 years I would get Kelsey and then another good wide receiver, a guy like Devontae Adams, or Diggs was never this high up lately, but Tyreek Hill. I think last year I got Hill 14 and then Kelsey 10 in my 12-man league. And that I kind of like being at the end because you get 2 for sure good guys and you don't have to worry about one of them getting injured. Whereas if, let's say last year you took Saquon Barkley number 2, and it's going to be really hard to win your league when your number 2 overall pick goes out with ACL. But yeah, I think getting pick number 1 is still technically better than getting a pick at the end, but for some reason I just always like those back picks, less stress. Another good thing about having the first pick or the last pick is you always get to plan out 2 picks in a row, if you're in a snake draft format, which I believe 99% of fantasy leagues do that now, or else unless they do the salary or whatever. I've never done one of those. Okay. Probably should have been paying more attention. Zeke went in the second round. George Kittle, I feel like that's pretty high. Aaron Jones. Yeah, I still, honestly, I think I'd take Zeke over maybe Najee. I don't know. I kind of like Antonio Gibson. I kind of would put him and Zeke in the same projection. Yeah. The thing is, I just think that the Cowboys are just going to pass the ball a ton. But you never know. I mean, Zeke, it's not likely that he'll return back to his rookie self, but he could. Well, I do really like Calvin Ridley. He's gone anyways. Alright. So my bye week is 13. So if I took A.J. Brown, which I want to, I would have the same bye week. Some people try to spread their bye weeks out evenly, and I personally think that if you should be doing well enough that you can take a week off. If you're drafting people that you don't have as high hopes for just to pay attention to your bye week, then you're just not going to get as many points. So, with that being said, and then, yeah, I have 2 picks in a row, too. Keenan Allen is just so low. I talked about him in that video. He's just sitting there. But yeah, A.J. Brown. Definitely taking A.J. Brown. I kind of want to take Darren Waller for this other one. Just because of tight end, it's kind of getting better. It felt like the last few years it was kind of just Kelsey, Kittle, Waller, and then everybody else was a pretty big step down. Ertz used to be in there too, but now he's kind of washed. There's a few guys, like, here, let's just go to tight end. I bet you that the next one, yeah, see, it goes all the way down to 60. Mark Andrews, he is pretty solid. And, yeah, Kyle Pitts getting a lot of hype. Hawkinson's had a lot of hype, hasn't really lived up to it. Logan Thomas, he was pretty solid last year. I think I picked him up off waivers at one point. I do like Noah Fant. A lot of these guys could pop off. Everyone's saying Dallas Goedert's overrated. People think Robert Tunyon's going to not have the year he did last year. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Waller. It's just really, it really is nice getting a tight end early. You'll notice that a lot of teams will end up having really good wide receivers and really good flexes, and then just a shit tight end, just somebody that gets like 6 points a game. And I always try to avoid that. I've never had Darren Waller, but he seems like a guy that has been going off the last few years. Took Kittle last year, which didn't turn out well in one of my leagues, and then I had Kelsey in the other. So I really prioritize getting the tight end. And then, yeah, getting him in the 3rd round, that's pretty solid. Yeah, I could have taken DK. The thing is, I think Darren Waller, he should be very productive, and then also, like I said, those tight end positions fall way off. My next pick, I'll be able to get a guy, late 30s, and yeah, I'd like getting a tight end early if I can. Usually I never, well, I shouldn't say never, but usually okay. So, situational wise, every time I've had a later pick, I've ended up not taking a running back till like the 4th round or the 3rd round maybe. Not really sure why. I think maybe because the running backs kind of all the really good ones go like top 8, top 7, and then it'll drop down a little bit. Everybody will take those receivers in the 2nd round. But yeah, there's guys like last year. I feel like Aaron Jones and Nick Chubb went like top 7. Josh Jacobs too. Is Josh Jacobs really? Somebody definitely took Josh Jacobs, right? Is he still available? Let's look at running backs. Jeez, yeah. I don't know if it's because Kenyon Drake is there now. But yeah, he was top. I know he was for sure in the top 10 for at least their projected points. He was in the top 10. And I do like Josh Jacobs a lot. He's somebody that CeeDee Lamb's a guy that I'm high on. Keenan Allen, I don't think he deserved to go that low. I think, well, yeah, I guess he didn't get picked too late. J.K. Dobbins, that's pretty early for him. Let's go back to all positions. Robert Woods. I think everybody's saying that the Rams are going to run the ball a lot more. And they did get Sony Michel now, but yeah, I kind of have high hopes for Woods and Cooper Kupp to just both have 1,000-yard seasons and get a lot of touchdowns. I do think Matthew Stafford has a chip on his shoulder this year and wants to prove people wrong that say he was, just a stat patter for the Lions, couldn't win with Calvin Johnson. Amari Cooper. Okay. Deontay Johnson, he's an interesting one. Julio. There's a lot of guys I'd like to take here. Let's see. DeAndre Swift. He is kind of a high-risk pick, but that O-line is looking good. Yeah, I don't know. It's just risky because he has only played a few games and then he got injured. Let's see. I do. It'd be pretty fun to have Julio and AJ Brown on make Titans games. Pretty fun watching. It's tempting, but also Cooper Kupp is right there too. Yeah, I do like having Cooper Kupp. I had him his first breakout season. I got him super late, and he had one game where it was like a Sunday night football game. He popped off for like 40 points, and I ended up just barely winning that matchup, and I'll forever love him for that. And DJ Moore I like so much too. This is tough. And then I kind of wanted to take a running back too. Yeah. I never take quarterbacks that early. Some people like to. Some people like to let one just fall into their lap later. I think the leagues that I've won, I've ended up having a guy fall into my lap like Matt Ryan or Jameis Winston, just somebody that like ends up getting you like 25 points a week just because they throw it a lot in like garbage time or something. But yeah, I know some people like to go for guys like Patrick Mahomes and like Lamar. Josh Allen's a new one for this year. There's guys that throw it a ton, and they're gonna be one of the best picks. I think I'm going to go Cooper Kupp for one of these. I know I haven't mentioned Deontay Johnson and Chris Godwin, even though they're both very good. I just think Chris Godwin's kind of a tough guy to pick, just due to how much talent he has around him. He has all the talent compared to these guys too. DJ Moore, he's just been so good. Julio, is he going to be good? Is he going to be injured? It's funny, when I made my video yesterday, Julio was ranked like so low. In the draft I was looking at, I don't know if the rules were weird or something. I thought it was PPR, but now he's up above DJ Moore when he was like 19 ranks below him. Yeah, I'm gonna go with DJ Moore. I just like DJ Moore. I like DJ Moore a lot. I think that a guy with 2 out of his 3 years, 1,175 plus yards, that's pretty good to get in the 5th round. Hopefully he'll start scoring more this year. So I think we'll probably go running back. 18 picks away. Yeah, probably these guys will all be gone. Definitely. Damien Harris, that's an interesting one. Might have to go for LaVisca's another guy I'm big on, and Tyler Boyd too. I talked about both those guys in my video. Sonny Michel, he could be a sneaky one too. So yeah, I wonder, are these guys on auto? I'm not sure. Patrick Mahomes, Julio. Nobody wanted Julio. It's interesting. Josh Allen too. Everybody does like getting those quarterbacks as soon as they are seen in your top guys. People will just start snagging them. Chris Carson. Wow. I thought Julio would be somebody that would go earlier than what their rank is, not later, just because of his name. But I guess not. If I'm not too big on Gaskin, I would way rather have. I love all these guys a lot. I'm very high on all these guys. Especially, well, they all. I'm really high on all of them, but I'm really high on these two, and then Kareem Hunt. They have him ranked pretty high, but he also. He's gonna get you lots of points. He's a pretty solid RB2 to have. But yeah, if I had one of these guys as my RB2, I would be set. And then it looks like there's a pretty big drop off after. Next one's not till Mike Davis. I don't think I can take Mike Davis. Josh Jacobs, getting him that late is nice. Kyler Murray. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know many people that would take Julio over Kyler Murray, and yeah, I'm taking Kyler over Lamar Jackson too. Yeah, I don't know, Jamar Chase. Okay, these guys are both on auto. Hopefully nobody takes Julio. Dang it. All right, so Chase Edmonds will be gone. Which is fine. I really did want him. Look at how high his projected points are compared to all these other guys. Mark Andrews. Miles Gaskin. All right. Oh, one of the guys came back. Maybe the Chase Edmonds dream is still alive. Come on. Both of them are back now. Yeah, people don't like Chase Edmonds. I guess there hasn't really been a good back. Alright, well, he took him. There hasn't been a good back for the Cardinals since David Johnson that one year. Not really sure if it's the running back's fault. It might be the line's fault. I don't know. I feel like Kenyon Drake was pretty solid. ESPN clearly thinks he is, since he knocked Josh Jacobs' ranked down from... You would think he'd be like a top 20 draft pick all the way down to like in the late 40s or early 50s. I forgot what it was. Alright. These guys might not know about Javonte Williams. Kareem Hunt, respect. Nobody loving T. Higgins. I think it's... Yeah. Picking one of those Bengals receivers early, kind of risky. They just have 3 really good guys. And then Joe Burrow, I hope to God he stays healthy, but if he goes down, their value shoots down a lot. But it's funny because I bet you Tyler Boyd he's down here. I actually would feel safer getting Boyd than T. Higgins, in my opinion. Even though T. Higgins is definitely more talented, I just think Boyd is somebody you don't have to worry about. He's always going to get a bunch of receptions. Yeah, I think we're going to have to take Javonte Williams. It's a pretty easy pick. I do like Kenny Golladay a lot. I think that Daniel Jones actually has an underrated arm, and Kenny Golladay is pretty good as a deep threat type of receiver. I think he's for sure going to be the WR1 for the Giants, isn't he? He's probably one of the lower WR1s on this list. I do like Robbie Anderson too, except I didn't take Julio for the sake of him being on the same team as A.J. Brown. So if I took Robbie Anderson, I'd be a hypocrite for having DJ Moore also. So I'd be going back on my word for that. Cortland Sutton, this is a guy that nobody really talks about. He could go off this year. So could Jerry Jeudy also. Running backs, I don't want Mike Davis. Oh, Laviska Shenault too. But what I would...
Quick, make your pick!
It's either Laviska or Kenny Golladay. I think I'm going to go Kenny Golladay, though. He's pretty good guy to get in the 7th round, for sure. But yeah, very high on Laviska. I for sure would have reached to get him. Late 7th round, I for sure would have reached to get him. Damien Harris. It's crazy how many good backs the Patriots have, and you don't know if it's the backs that are actually good or if their line is just really good, because their line looks amazing too. It looks like anybody could run behind that. At least in the preseason, that's what it looked like. But yeah, Damien Harris, maybe his value goes up a bit with Michelle going away. But I don't know. It looks like they can just use anybody and they'll be fine. But I don't know what they're... So for Patriots touchdowns, is like Cam going to be running it in? Are they going to throw it to Jonnu Smith? There's so many things they can do. T. Higgins still on the board. Buccaneers D, okay. That, I think, yeah. The Buccaneers D in the 7th round, that is a huge reach. I think that you take kickers before defenses. I think most people know that that's what you do. There's always going to be a decent defense playing against, like, who's ever playing against the Texans. You can just get them. Like, you don't even need to draft a defense. Bills defense. Yeah, all right. It's getting questionable. Tom Brady went pretty early, too. Where did Dak go? All right, Dak went there. Juju. Okay. We might have to take T. Higgins if he falls to us. Actually, I'm taking LaVisca if he falls to us. Although I do like Tyler Boyd too. William Fuller. I think that Tua is going to be a lot better this year. I think if Tua is ranked super low, he might be the quarterback I go with. Let's look at the quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, I think he's a little high. Definitely shouldn't be high above like any of these guys. He should be ahead of Tua, not ahead of these three. Matt Ryan, he's always a guy that I'll sometimes go for. All right, looks like T. Higgins was finally taken. Yeah, I mean, I know Jalen Hurts went off in whatever games he played last year, but I don't know. I just don't like the Eagles not looking good. There's something about Jameis Winston. Ooh, the guy reached to pick Tyler Boyd. I told you that he was good for where he was valued at. Jameis Winston, even if he throws a few picks though, he's always gonna get 350 yards. It feels like every game, and 2 or 3 touchdowns. I think that his projection. Look at how lower it is than all the other quarterbacks. Cam Newton 135. But yeah, Winston is a guy that probably won't get drafted. If he goes off the first game, I think people will definitely be taking him in the first week of waiver wise. The first waiver wire week pretty quick. Cortland Sutton, that's another interesting one. But yeah, like I said, Michael Thomas, another guy too. He is undervalued. I like Noah Fant a lot too. I'm taking Chenault though for sure. So this is a 1 flex league, I just realized, which is fine. Yeah, I'm pretty set at receiver, honestly, if it's 1 flex. I've never actually done a 1 flex league before. So that kind of makes me want to go a quarterback. They're all pretty low. Is there any guy that stands out? Not really. Tannehill's pretty good. I'll try to get him. I'm kind of scared that everybody's going to start taking quarterbacks. I have a lot of wide receivers. Noah Fant I could grab. I could get Michael Thomas and just put him in my back pocket till he comes back. I think that's what I'm going to do. Damian Harris, too.
Quick, make your pick.
Yeah, I'm going to just keep this guy. Since I already have 2 backup receivers anyways, I think getting Michael Thomas and just holding on to him, he could work out if he's anywhere near what he was 2 years ago when he's back. It'll look like a genius move. Alright. Devontae Smith. Cortland Sutton. Okay. If the quarterbacks... Okay, this is looking good. I think I for sure need to take a quarterback next round. This would be a whole lot different if it was a 2-flex league. But yeah, I think I would probably push the round that I take a quarterback. I'd probably push it back another 2 rounds if it was a 2-flex league. But yeah, I'm liking my receiver core a lot. I think that Brown and Kupp are for sure pretty solid WR1s and WR2, especially that I got McCaffrey first overall. And then honestly, you can Moore, Galladay, Shenault, when Thomas gets back, these guys can all easily start as flex. And then maybe I can use them as trading pieces too. If, let's say, Javonte Williams just doesn't work out, doesn't live to the hype, I could, trade DJ Moore and Kenny Galladay and just get somebody really good and still be fine if Michael Thomas comes back. All right, well, quarterbacks are getting taken. Well, just Matthew Stafford. I think I'm going to go with Tannehill for sure. I doubt he'll make it to me, but he's a guy that should be putting up top 10 quarterback numbers easily. Especially with Julio now. See how low DJ Chark and Marvin Jones. Well, I guess LaVisca was like 74 or 70, 76 maybe. But yeah, I think LaVisca is a clear-cut WR1 compared to these guys. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe DJ Chark can work with Trevor Lawrence. And Marvin Jones, he's always had Matthew Stafford. So I don't think he's going to, just go off and be way better than what he was. But he's known for being that guy that'll do nothing for a while and then having like a 3-touchdown game. And yeah, I think that'll be harder for him to do on the Jaguars unless he's just torching somebody one day just because they have Chark and Shenault. But yeah, you see nobody's taking them. They know Shenault is going to be the guy. Darrell Henderson. It's funny because Sony Michel was only a little bit better for points projection. So maybe they're going to do a 1A, 1B type thing. I think that Sony Michel is a little better. It's kind of funny. I never even really called this guy out for taking the Bills D. But yeah, I definitely would have taken the Washington football team defense over the Bills. Ravens, they're the sneaky good defense too. Jarvis Landry's another guy that goes unloved. I'm not sure why, but he just does. It's always going to be solid though. Could toss you a touchdown too. He's got a pretty good arm. I think they usually have done that trick play where he throws it to Baker. Did it either last year or 2 years ago. Kenyon Drake, Melvin Gordon. So yeah, looks like ESPN finally wrote off Melvin Gordon as the starting running back. Which he still could be in a lot of teams. I don't know if he wasn't up on the trading block, but that's the guy that maybe the Rams should have gone after. Jarvis Landry. He was the only guy I was tempted to taking. Nyheim Hines is another good receiving back that actually you'll use him in flex and he'll just get like 20 points just because he'll have like 7 receptions for like 40 yards or something. Michael Carter, this guy, I think he's a for sure lock to be the RB1 of the Jets. Who knows how much they'll run it. I think James Conner's not going to... I think Chase Edmonds is going to do really good. I'm sad I couldn't get him. But yeah, I think I will be taking Cole Beasley. 170 points. It's probably higher than... Oh, I guess it's not. Where is Rashad Bateman? Yeah, he's pretty low. Alright, I will be taking Tannehill. Alright, he's still there. Although I do like Joe Burrow too. And I do like Tua. But I think Tannehill's the safest pick.
Quick, make your pick!
Do I want to keep grabbing all the receivers? Is there any running back? Do not drag Zach Moss this early. He could, be the guy. Devin Singletary. I'm sure he's definitely not taken. Yeah. Trey Sermon. That's another guy. So the rookie they got, Phillip Lindsay. Who do they have in that running game in Houston? Phillip Lindsay, Mark Ingram, David Johnson. Could Antonio Brown be another sneaky pick? Mike Williams, he's a guy that's tough to take. Curtis Samuel, he could be a big slot guy. And DJ Chark could be good too. So could Marquise Brown. I just think Marquise Brown kind of fell off a little bit. He was dropping a lot. I think I do like Jalen Waddle a lot too. And
Quick, make your pick!
Let's see. I think I'm going to go with Curtis Samuel. You know what? Yeah, I'll go Curtis Samuel. I kind of wanted to go Jalen Waddle just for the chance that he just goes off, turns into September, October, Alabama, Jalen Waddle when he was way better than Devonta Smith. I already have 7 of 8 receivers, and I have 2 running backs. That's probably something I should have paid more attention to. I don't know. I might only have like 3 or 4, honestly, by the end of the draft. Only have 5 more picks also, or 4 more. 5 more. Has anybody taken a kicker yet? Nope. How old is Curtis Samuel? He's pretty young still, isn't he? 25, yeah. He's pretty solid. Just another guy to pair with Terry McLaurin. Yeah, I don't know. But last year, he had to be beside DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson, which would be tough for any guy to put up numbers alongside that duo. Yeah, and Tannehill's gonna be slinging it up in Washington, so yeah, I'm digging the Samuel pick. That's fine. Yeah, Kenyon Drake, I could have grabbed him. Maybe he'll work in that scheme for the Raiders, but I just like Josh Jacobs a lot. I think he's a clear-cut RB1 on every team. And all these guys are going to be RB2s anyways. But I think people are thinking, and also the fantasy projected points, that Kenyon Drake was only 10 below Josh Jacobs. And I don't think that's the case. I think he'll be like 80 below. But I could be wrong. I just like Josh Jacobs a lot. Michael Pittman Jr., this is a guy that, another sneaky one. Yeah. I bet you that he would have gone in round like 9 or 10 if Wentz didn't get hurt. Because I think people are giving up on T.Y. Hilton. I bet you, well, let's see if he's gone. Yeah, see, T.Y. Hilton way below. I might have to go with Trey Sermon, honestly. Or Michael Carter. Jamal Williams, he's a solid RB2, and then also with DeAndre Swift's health concern, it's not too bad. Mike Gesicki, forgot how to pronounce his name. He's a pretty solid tight end. And then Nyheim Hines is always good too. That Colts backfield is just Marlon Mack back, Jonathan Taylor. He's going to be the RB3 for sure. But he'll be the receiver back. There's Singletary. All right, we got to take one of these guys. Raheem Mostert's health makes Sermon look good, and then Tevin Coleman's gone. Alright, we'll take Michael Carter.
Quick, make your pick.
Is it time for me to take a defense? Or a kicker, I should say. Yeah, getting Justin Tucker. No. It's not like I have... It's not that I need other guys. You know what? We'll take him. First guy to draft a kicker. Now everybody's on auto, basically. Cole Beasley. I don't know if he'll miss games because he's been very advocate about not getting the vaccine, which could cost him a couple games in case if he gets exposed or something. Tyrell Williams. I think he might honestly be the WR1 for the Lions. There's another guy they drafted. I'm forgetting his name. Let's see if it says. Yeah. He'll probably be gone anyways, unless these guys pop back in. Evan Ingram. Irv. Irv is the guy who could have some upside. He is an athletic freak. And he's not even really a tight end. He's kind of just a bulky 6'5" guy. Well, I guess that's what most tight ends are, but I think he is more agile and quick than your usual tight end. J.D. McKissick. This guy won me my fantasy championship. Got 28 games in the championship game somehow. Darnell Mooney. This guy could be good with Justin Fields. Yeah, he's kind of being slept on too. T.Y. Hilton. He's old. Not bad numbers last year, though, honestly. And then Paris Campbell, too. Horrible numbers last year compared to T.Y. Hilton. Let's see, did anybody take a kicker? Could I have just gotten away with not getting him? Yeah, probably. But it's fine. Do I get a backup QB? It's probably a good idea. Or do I get a defense? Should be one of those two. I don't think I'll ever be using a flex for a wide receiver, I just realized. Yeah, there's just so many. Honestly, defenses, I'll probably not even draft one unless it makes me. And then I'll just pick who's ever playing against the shittiest team week 1. I don't know who the Texans play. Does it say? If they play somebody bad. Alright, Kansas City. Is Kansas City's defense already gone? Nope, it's down there. I'll probably take that for week 1 if it's not drafted. But honestly, that's... Unless there's a defense like, the Patriots 2 years ago. I guess... I don't know if they were predicted to be as good as they were. I think the team that is kind of like that for this year is honestly the Washington football team over, which it was the Bucs that was taken really early, 7th round. I think that if I was the type of fantasy player to get a defense early, I probably would have gone with the football team in the 10th round, kind of like what that guy did. Alright, nobody's taking a kicker. Yeah, somebody took the Rams D. Alright, let's see what quarterbacks are still left. Tua. He could be good. I don't know. Tannehill. Maybe I'll just take Trevor Lawrence. Could be a guy that goes off in garbage time. I'll take him. Oh, is there any good tight ends left? Irv. Rob. Gronkowski. Zach Ertz. It's weird that they didn't trade him. Jared Cook could be a sneaky guy. He is old, but he's just been good. Look at last year, 7 touchdowns, 500 yards. Now he's on Justin Herbert. Hopefully Cook is around. I think I might stay away and come back and get Cook. because I think he'll be around. Gus Edwards. That's a guy that could be good. Tony Pollard, he could be really good. I know I've been hating on Zeke a lot, but Tony Pollard is actually a talented player. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm either going to take Mooney or Gus Edwards. I do like Gus Edwards. It's just kind of hard to...
Quick, make your pick.
Am I really ever going to play Gus Edwards? Usually I do 12-man leagues, so like those guys get played. I'm going to go with Mooney. But yeah, 10-man league, only one flex. I don't think you really need a guy like Gus Edwards. So I guess I do have to take a defense, it looks like. Dang, that sucks. Well, in that case, I will probably take... Well, we'll see who's up. I don't think anybody's taking the kicker. I think everybody's going to have to take kickers the last round. Yeah, just me. I mean, can't look out of the positions. Do one of these guys have an easy matchup week 1? Titans, it's kind of scary. They were picked anyways. Patriots, they could have a good defense this year. Ooh, against Miami too. Belichick could give to us some... Could give them some tough times. Browns at the Ravens, I don't want a part of that. The Colts, they had a really good defense at the start of last year. Ooh, against the Jaguars. That one we shall probably go with. Or the Chiefs. But I might just get... Yeah, we'll see if I can drop somebody after this and then get a defense, because I might drop like who would I want to drop for? Mooney maybe. I mean, I don't really need 8 receivers. All right, so I will be taking the Colts if he does not. Yeah, it looks like everybody had to take kickers there. Graham Gano. Yeah, everybody had to take kickers. I mean, getting Justin Tucker early isn't bad. So what's their... Wait, I thought they were against the... Yeah, I thought it was against Jacksonville week 1. Why does it say week 1 versus Seahawks? Or was this last year? This was last year, okay. I was messing up there. Alright, so... Doesn't even say. No insights for this week? Alright. Vikings, 7. Let's just go with the Chiefs. What does it say for them? 4? 6.9.
Quick, make your pick.
We're going against the Patriots, right? I will take the Chiefs. Alright, so as my team, I'll post it on our Twitter. Okay, let's see if we can do any dropping and adding. Okay, so I guess you can't do anything till Friday. All right, let's see where we're at in regards to week 1. Okay, first off, I thought that they were playing the Texans, but I was looking at last year's log, so I will be swapping defenses. I doubt any of these guys are going to be picking up a defense. So Dolphins, Packers, and Vikings, and Panthers. Those are all. If I'll be able to get one of those for sure. And the Jets are pretty high up too. Maybe just because they know Sam Darnold will know how to get after him or something. Yeah. I don't know. Something about the Patriots this year and in division games. I think that it's kind of a risk to think that they're going to get 7 points against New England. But the Dolphins' defense was so good last year. It was like a top 5 for sure. Yeah, they were just turnover machines. They do have such a good. They've got such a great secondary. But yeah, we'll worry about that when I'm able to pick one of them. I'll just. Yeah, I'll just wait. So let's see. Does this look okay? Javonte Williams, 8.5 points. That's not good. I don't know. What's so great about... Well, yeah, I guess the Giants have a pretty good run defense. Let me look at... Let's see what Melvin Gordon... How much he's supposed to get. Is he supposed to get more than... Is it 9.4? Okay. Maybe they don't want to just get Williams involved heavily right away, which I guess is fair. But yeah, that's going to be a problem. Let's see what running back I could potentially add. Gus Edwards. Nobody too good. Giovanni Bernard could be another sneaky guy. Probably. It's just hard in this 10-man league. Everybody's roster is a little better. Marlon Mack, this is a guy too that he could be pretty good this year. Damien Williams is another underrated guy. Tariq Cohen's out. I think the Bears might run the ball a lot. Yeah. I don't know. That's going to be a whole... I could probably propose a trade if I wanted to. Giving up some of my receivers for a good running back. But I'll probably wait till somebody goes 0-3 and feels like they need to trade. And then I'll try to finesse them a little bit. Alright, guys. So that is my draft for the first round pick. I know that defense, and I really like Javonte Williams. I'm not going to feel bad. Screw these projections. They never go as planned. But yeah, I have a lot of receivers. But yeah, I think my team's pretty stacked. Here, let's check the projection. Might not look good. we're hanging in there. Looks like he's got me beat on like everything though. Raheem Mostert, that's a guy that you can never project him because he's either going to get 20 or he's going to get 3. Same for Tyreek Hill and Tyler Lockett. And we don't know what George Kittle is going to be like. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Lamar, he's going to put up a lot. Miles Sanders, too. He's pretty solid. But yeah. So that's it for this video. So coming up, I'll get those other undervalued for a few more draft positions, and then maybe I'll do another one of these that's in. We'll try to get one towards the end, like a 9th or 10th pick, just so the team will look a lot different. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow the Twitter, and I'll see you next time.